I'm Craig Kenneth, a relationship coach and a psychotherapist. Every relationship is different and every breakup is different. Work with me and you'll get professional help on your situation. And if you're in no contact, focused on personal growth, my workbook series, The Knowledge, will help you make changes like you've never made before. Available now at AskCraig.net. Hi there, I'm Coach Craig Kenneth.
I'm Coach Margaret.
And today we're going to be talking about how to work on your self-esteem. Self-esteem is so important, whether you realize it or not, in having healthy relationships, reattracting people, dating new people, because the healthier your self-esteem is, the more you're going to show that you value yourself, and it's going to cause you to act differently with the people that you're dating. And whether you realize it or not, that will mean major differences in minute transactions with them. In other words, you won't be chasing so much, you will not tolerate bad behavior, you'll have healthier lists of things that are important to you,
Yes,
or deal breakers.
Right.
All of those things will come from that. So Margaret's got some good stuff here, but before she gets to that, I do have a quick success story. We haven't done a success story in a while, and someone had sent me an email, so I just put it off to the side and was like, let me get this in a video, because people love to hear the success stories.
Oh, sure.
And we haven't done that many lately.
No, we haven't.
But only because we've had so many other topics that we can't get to them. Yep. But we do love your success stories. So make sure that you leave them in the comments or send them to me on my email on the website. And we do try and get to them. It's just that we have so much content to get to, right. Sometimes we can't do them all. So this is a short one that just said, "Hi Craig, I just wanted to say thank you for creating hundreds of videos." At this point, we're pretty close to 1,000, Margaret.
Wow. That's a lot of hot air, huh?
Yeah. "You were my only real source of comfort during my 3-week breakup." So this wasn't a longer breakup, it sounds like, right?
You must have had a terrible 3 weeks.
People are like, 3 weeks? I've been like this for 6 months. Yeah, we know. "Every time I would wake up, I would be shaking with my heart beating out of my chest. I would turn on your videos and your voice always helped calm me down. I always wondered why you had a playlist called Listen While You Sleep. But towards the end of those 3 weeks, I listened to your videos every time I slept." That is exactly why that video playlist is up. Many of you guys have told us over the years that when you go to bed, you just put on the Listen While You Sleep playlist. It's got hundreds of videos on there, and so it just you kind of listen to it, and then if you wake up, you're having a bad dream, you hear our voices, you go right back to sleep. Mm-hmm. So a lot of people do that. "I did limited no contact because I felt it was best for my situation after listening to tons of your videos, and probably partially because I was too afraid to go full no contact. But thankfully it worked. We're back together and I'm hopeful that our relationship will be even better this time. I'll continue watching your videos from time to time to remind me that I have to keep working on myself if I want this to last." And that's so important.
Yes. That's just what we want to hear.
Put yourself on probation for at least 9 months. Stay motivated. Do the workbooks 30 minutes a day. Do the creative healing course 30 minutes a day, regardless if you get your ex back, because you don't want to regress and lose that person again.
Right.
"Again, thank you from the bottom of my heart for being there for me when I felt like I was alone." Well, we love little stories like that.
We love it, yeah.
And even though it was only a short little breakup, hopefully you're still staying motivated here, that you're going to continue to change and work on things so you don't wind up with another breakup when you're really feeling devastated.
Yes.
But we, of course, love to hear your success stories. You can send them on the website, leave comments, send them in the email, and we'll share them.
Absolutely.
But Margaret, you got some good stuff today too.
I have a couple of short things I wanted to share, and it goes back to self-esteem that I had a lot to say about. If you look up self-esteem on the computer, you will be drowned in the amount of information that you get, including little worksheets you can do, which I thought were pretty cool. And I have a couple of them right here that I'm happily selling to you. This one is from something called Claire, C-L-A-I-R-E Publications. And on the top it has a little medal, and it says, today was a gold, silver, or bronze medal day. All right. And it lists a bunch of characteristics about you. For example, it says, I am smart. Never, now and again, almost always, always.
So you get to circle it.
Yeah, you get to
Each
circle.
one as it go across.
Yeah.
Never,
Yeah.
now and again,
Yeah.
almost always, always.
And always. Okay, and it's called How I See Myself. Able to do...
Margaret, did you circle this yourself? Were those your answers on there?
No, these are for you.
Oh, okay.
I did this for you, Craig. So the first one is smart, and of course I circled always. The second one is able to do things well, always. Careful at what I do, always. I don't know how he does all the computer stuff. I couldn't do it. Able to do things independently, always. He thought up this business all by himself. Happy and cheerful, I did circle now and again.
People are going to believe that now.
No, it's not true. How do you feel about friendly? Never, now and again, almost always, always. Kind and considerate, of course, always. And good looking, absolutely off the scale, right?
Yep.
Okay, so that's one of them. And like I say, there's any number of different ones you can get. I like the next one myself. I might think about doing it. Ultimate self-esteem. This is British self-esteem, I can tell you by the spelling.
And you can write these down and do this for yourself.
Absolutely, absolutely. My top 5 strengths. For any of us, I think that would be a worthwhile endeavor. Okay?
I think you already filled mine out.
I already did. You have all the strengths around. My top 5 strengths. My top favorite, I said it was British, my top favorite things about myself. Okay?
So top 5 strengths is one thing you can do. Top 5 favorite things about yourself.
Yeah. And the top 5 achievements of my life. Now, if you're young, that would be harder than if you're old. Okay? But any of the top 5 achievements, you know, I taught my dog to walk on a leash. I taught my kid how to finger paint. It doesn't have to be huge.
I taught Margaret how to use Skype.
Yes, he did. And I still drive him crazy periodically. And let me tell you, he had a lot of friendliness and patience with that one. Okay. And there's just one more, and that's called strengths exploration. And this is kind of cool, too. Because let me know how many of these you want to hear. It
sure, whatever you want to
gives
share.
you a list of characteristics that you can think about. Wisdom, artistic ability, curiosity, leadership, empathy, honesty, open-mindedness, persistence, enthusiasm, kindness, love, social awareness, fairness, bravery, cooperation, forgiveness, modesty. Craig gets always for that one.
Always.
Common sense, self-control, patience. Gratitude. Now we're all being told to have gratitude lists, so don't forget. Love of learning. Humor. Humor is huge. Go ahead.
Coach Victoria gets an always for that one.
For which one?
Humor.
Yes, she does. Yes, humor is hugely important to healthy anything. Okay? Ambition, creativity, confidence, intelligence, athleticism, discipline, assertiveness, logic. I spend half my time telling people that logic isn't all there is, that you have to add other stuff about feelings to it. Optimism, independence, flexibility, and adventurousness. So if you're looking for some of the words, you can find those too.
Yeah.
All right? So there's all kinds of things you can do to work on your self-esteem. And I will expect you to have a list of your 5 favorite things.
My 5 favorites?
Favorites.
About you, Margaret?
Well, we've only done 5, of course.
Just put that list that you just read.
All right. I hope it's helpful.
Yeah, hopefully this gets you thinking about your positive traits, because when you're going through a breakup, you're so focused on the negatives that you don't realize that you have a lot of positive things about you. Even though the relationship didn't work out, it doesn't mean that you don't have all these positive traits or a lot of these positive traits, or that you can't work on creating these traits within yourself.
And the other thing is, I can tell you, after doing this work for all these years, I can ask just about anybody to name 5 bad things about themselves, and they can do it in 1 second. But if I ask people to name 5 good things about themselves, they get tongue-tied. It just goes to show you somehow how we're raised and how we come out of it. All right?
Yep.
So 5 good things about yourself is real important.
Hopefully this is helpful to you to really process and start to think about things and realize that there are a lot of good traits that you have, even if you're not feeling it right now. But it could be helpful to really reflect on that. And, you know, if you enjoy doing little activities like this, of course, the workbooks are going to cover tons of stuff like this.
And sometimes you wouldn't have the words, or you wouldn't think of the words right away to look for some of your strengths. So that's why I read this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
All right.
So if you want to get our help personally, you just go to my website, askcraig.net, sign up for the coaching option that works best for you. I do email coaching and I do Skype. Margaret, of course, is available for Skype coaching.
If you feel that I can be helpful, please sign up.
Just click on Margaret on the top of the website to do that. But that's it for this video. I'm Coach Craig Kenneth.
I'm Coach Margaret.
And we will talk with you soon. To get my help personally, go to askcraig.net and click on Schedule Coaching and choose the option that works best for you. I do email coaching or Skype. To schedule a coaching with Margaret, click on Margaret on the top of the page and order a Skype with her. For the Knowledge Creative Healing course, click on the link at the top of the page and click Get Started Now.